Hi, it's the MLM for the Soul channel. I do have a new topic for today. Before I begin, I just would like to say, may the words and expressions of my mouth and the thoughts and meditations of my heart find favor and acceptance before you, Hashem. This is the continuation of a new series, Personal Stories and Practical Lessons to Learn or Apply. And this is part number 6, and continuing kind of the theme with Hashem's creatures, but this is kind of a little different, and you'll understand once I tell you the story. So I will just find it here where I keep my notes for my story. So this one, I actually have a date for it. And again, like I said, some I do and some I don't. So let me find that here, this story. Okay, just bear with me just a moment here. So this one I call B as in B-E-E, lievable, lievable, lievable. Also, so I will mention again, like I mentioned it in the last video, but more so that you know, is I do put kind of bullet points underneath the description, and sometimes there's other information, so you might want to look there too as well. So this one I actually dated, so this was March 1 of 17. So this is going back, I guess, about 8 years ago. Maybe a little more than 8 years. So I wrote, again, this is great if you are someone who wants to kind of keep a journal of things that happened to you and interesting things. I was keeping one separately, but now I keep it somewhere else. And, you know, I decided to start doing this now. And as a story unfolds or happens, you know, I may record it, but it's not necessarily going to be posted at the same time. But I just, you know, sometimes you have something happen that is, you definitely see Hashem's hand, and this one is definitely one of them. Not that the others aren't. Definitely it all is. Okay, so I'm going to go through here. It said it was nighttime, about 10 p.m., and I was doing something in the closet where I was living, and quote, out of nowhere, because that's basically what it was, is out of nowhere that I can imagine, something buzzed by my ear. I had no idea what it was, right? You think maybe it's a mosquito, right? You couldn't tell what it was, right? I had no idea, so I took out my eyeglasses to look more carefully, because I don't normally wear glasses. Sometimes I do to see something up close, and it was a bee, and I had no clue how it got inside, right? That's why I titled this unbelievable, right, as far as the kind of the play on the words. So I had no idea how it got inside, and usually they are not around at night, right? You don't see bees in the nighttime. They go pollinate the flowers during the day, right? So this was really very unusual. I did not know what to do, and it was flying around by the light that was in the hallway. So I had this like little small kind of entranceway, and there's a light, and of course you know bees are attracted to the light. So it was around the light, so it stayed in a small area, which is good. I kept trying to tell it to go near the door, which was close by, so I could let it out. Then I asked Hashem for help, right? I figured, now what do I do? This is something, how do I take care of this situation? There's a great tzaddik's name I decided to say, who I heard a story about using it for when you're dealing with a situation where you need protection and hoped that would help. Meaning this particular rabbi, he actually even said this himself, say my name and you will have that, protection you need. So I said it like this, because this is the way he actually himself said to say it. And his name is, just so you know, his name is Rabbi Meir Baal Hanes, meaning Meir, the son of like meaning miracles. Okay, so I said Eloka, which is saying Hashem's name, but not saying it with the way you would say it when you say a prayer. You say Elohim, okay, but I said Eloka. But I guess if I'm praying, I could actually say it that way. So I said Eloka de Rabbi Meir Aneini. So you don't say his whole name. That's how he said to say it. Aneini means answer me, meaning Hashem or Eloka is like God, but Eloka de Rabbi Meir, meaning the God of Rabbi Meir should answer me. And I think I said it a few times. And now what happened next was hard to believe. And I didn't write it in my notes here with B-E-E, but that's what it ought to be, okay? So now I had a shower rod that I use inside in that area for laundry. So it's just a shower curtain rod, but I attach it to the wall. It's not too long that I'm able to attach it. So I would do laundry normally and leave it outside and then bring it in. So this is all part of the story. So I had a shower rod that I use inside for laundry, and there was some hangers on there at the time, right? Just empty hangers. The bee settled on one of the hangers. So just picture this. This is one where I can't show you props, or I didn't record it. So you just have to please trust me that I'm telling you this, because I can't make this thing up. Okay. So continuing on, that was just a little side note. So the bee settled on one of the hangers, and I simply lifted up the hanger, brought it to the door, and let it outside. What was most amazing is that it did not move off the hanger when I moved it. It didn't move anything. It was I could still picture this, and this is going back years. The whole time I was taking the bee out on the hanger, I kept saying, Eloka de Rabbi Meir Aneini. Eloka. It's like kind of like a mantra that, to differentiate, that people use when they do, meditation or something. But this is something real, right? So I say here at the end, Yishtabach Shemo, Baruch Hashem, in the merit of Rabbi Meir Baal Hanes. So now the story does not end there. So this is even a more unbelievable part of the story. So the next day, which is March 2 of 17. So I wrote here, today I saw something very strange and unusual right outside my door. So just to go back, let's step back for a moment to say, so when I let this bee out with the hanger, I opened the door. The door was very close to this. It was in this little area, a little small hallway entrance. But the door is right there. So I took the hanger, I let it out, and I brought the hanger back in, and the bee wasn't there anymore. Okay, just to go back. So now, going back to what I said here. So I saw something strange right outside my door that seemed to be attached to a crack in the stucco of the wall. And I also never saw a crack in the stucco before. So at that point, I had been living at this place, let's see, it's about maybe about 4 years already. So I don't remember ever seeing a crack there before. So I was not sure what it was, meaning when I was looking in the stucco of the wall, I didn't at first know what was there. So I went outside to look, meaning when I opened the door, I saw something very strange. It was a bee that was dead, but how did it get there, right? Again, really bizarre. So my question was that the same bee I let out last night that was flying around by the light? I will never know for sure, as I let it out last night, but did not kill it. So I took the dead one out of there and put it on the earth of the ground nearby. Now, the whole most bizarre part of this story more so is finding it there, and I don't remember being more like kind of an indentation in the stucco that it could kind of stay there. Because I don't know if a dead bee can just stay, on the stucco, wouldn't it fall down? I mean, it was almost like it was made in there that it kind of it was able to stay there. So that was very strange. Like I said, when I took it out the night before, I just took the hanger, and I just brought the hanger towards the door and opened the door and let it out. So I didn't do anything else. So that was just unbelievable. So the whole unbelievable story was from beginning to end. It was something that, I wish I had recorded. Hashem has it recorded in Shemayim, but I wasn't able to record it with a recorder. Again, when you're in such a situation, you can't be doing that things. And I don't think I had a phone anyway at that point, a smartphone, to do that. But it just shows you how Hashem is there to protect you. Using, I was in a situation of need, and I called out in this Rabbi Meir, because again, his name is Meir Baal Hanes, because he brings miracles. So it's just the fact that I concentrated on that, and I concentrated on that Hashem, the God of Rabbi Meir, should answer me. And the whole story, how it unfolded with the bee landing on the hanger and not moving, and he keeps saying that, repeating that over and over, and it just nothing. It was like something that, again, like we say, l'malam and hatev, it's above nature, meaning Hashem was there with me the whole time. And of course, in the beginning, I could say wouldn't I, most people maybe would freak out, and when you do that and you get all agitated, the bee is aware of that. I've had issues with bees, with other different kinds of Hashem's creatures before, where it wasn't this relaxed. So you're put into a situation and you don't know how to react, and the best thing to do is to kind of try to stay calm. It's not always the easiest thing, and I'm not going to tell you that it's always been like that for me. There's been other situations where it didn't turn out this way. But again, everything Hashem does is for the best, regardless. So that's the story I wanted to share for today, and I hope that it's something we can all learn from and see the amazing way of how Hashem does things. And I want to just also conclude that I hope and pray that we will all merit to live and see the coming of Mashiach speedily in our days and the rebuilding of our final and everlasting Beis Hamikdash. Amen. And thanks for watching.